Yeah. How's everybody?
Great.
Everybody on Realtor Time today?
Supreme is on their way.
Supreme is on their way. Gotcha. Thank you. Hopefully a lot more people are on their way. The important people are in the room. High five, Jill. How's everybody?
We're good.
Everybody good? Somebody tell me something good?
Got a closing in a week, 2 weeks.
Oh, yay! Okay, I won't say what I was going to say because we're actually filming. So I'll ask you later.
Okay.
Who's going to know about that?
Everybody.
Everybody. All righty. Who else has something good to say? Brandy.
I have a binding contract today and then one yesterday.
Awesome. Very good. What else? What else is good? No? Scott, what's good? Tell me something good. You walked in last. What's
All
good?
right. We had deal go under contract for Joel
Uh-huh.
for $900,000
Mhm.
for a doctor, so that's
That's
pretty good,
fabulous.
right?
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Hey.
That's
And
fabulous.
we'll take like 10 more
Yeah.
this month, if
Yeah.
that's okay with y'all.
Okay with mine. Totally fine. Awesome.
Absolutely, thank you.
Alrighty, so let us please turn our phones off and our computers away, please. We're going to welcome Felix. Come on down. I should do this at the end today. 210 home buyer's warranty. They'll fill in. Speak slowly.
Okay, thank you very
Yeah.
much. Because I'm always like,
okay.
you know, and when we have the Southeast regional meetings,
No, I
I'm
got
like
you.
1 minute. So, it's good to be here. And just a couple of things about 210 and home warranties in general. So the main reason to get a home warranty or for your clients to get a home warranty is to get protection for the systems and appliances. So obviously when you're choosing, and thank God we have many choices of home warranties. It would have been terrible just not to have a choice. So it's good to have several companies out there. Now, it's our responsibility, mine to educate you on my home warranty company, and yours to make a decision of what's the best fit for your client. Again, going back to the purpose of a home warranty is to protect the systems and appliances. Give you a couple of statistics and then I tell you how that relates to that protection. 40% of the claims in the industry, not with 210, but in the industry, are related to HVAC, air conditioning. So chances are that the air conditioning is going to have some kind of issues during the year of the home warranty and you're going to need repair. You want to make sure that you have a home warranty that has the most comprehensive coverage for air conditioning. That's where we are different. I mean, there's a huge gap between one home warranty and the others. Some home warranties do not cover Freon or refrigerant. Some of them give you $10 per pound. Good luck if you can find a pound of refrigerant in Metro Atlanta for less than $200. Normally you need 4 or 5 pounds of refrigerant. We're talking about $1,000. If you have a home warranty that gives you $10 per pound, that's $50. You do the math. About $950 out of pocket for your clients with a home warranty. We have it in the front of our brochures. We have unlimited and uncapped coverage for refrigerant. The reason that's so important is because starting January 1st of 2020, several months from now, the government has banned the production or manufacturing of Freon. We have already gone to better, means of refrigerants, okay? And so we have stopped, the industry has stopped producing Freon, and it's going to become more and more expensive as there's less and less available. What's going to happen is it's going to get to a point sooner than later that all of us, including myself, with maybe older conditions, 5 years or older, we won't be able to get Freon. We won't be able to get parts, and then we're going to need to replace it. Please have a home warranty. All of us need to have a home warranty. I would prefer that you have a 210, but you need to really have a home warranty and make sure that you tell this to your clients. This is a fact. This is not me trying to sell you anything. But if you're really trying to, to be a full advisor for your clients, you need to talk to them now more than ever about the home warranty and the importance of having coverage. $10,000, $5,000, anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000 for a new air conditioning for a client that just moving into a house could be a lot of money. So please take that into consideration. Again, we have, and I can say this in front of everybody, the most comprehensive HVAC coverage in the industry. Last but not least, I don't want to run my time here. Last but not least, we are the only ones in the industry now doing what is called Hello Coverage. We are the only company that now, when you enroll in home warranty, we communicate with your clients once the warranty goes into effect via email or phone call, and asking them to make a one appointment so we can go over their coverage, what they have, and what their expectations should be with our home warranty. What that does for you is take a lot of phone calls from clients calling you when the air conditioning breaks or when this happens and that. Most important, a lot of agents have told us that they have clients, and agents call me and say, I have this client that they forgot they had a home warranty, and they already paid for something, they hire somebody. Well, that will not happen with us because we will be communicating with your clients, making sure they know they have a home warranty, which home warranty, which product, and all of that. So a lot of other good things, but thank you for your time.
Thank Felix
so
for
it's
lunch.
good to be here, and call me or have your clients call me. My contact information is in the front. Thank you very much.
I have the screen. Thank you. Charlie, come on down.
Hey guys, I'm Charlie Pollard. I'm a closing attorney with McManning McLeod Heller. I feel like I'm just bringing scary stories, but I got 2 more scary stories today. Most closings are not scary; they're happy events, but these are the scary ones are where we learn from, obviously. So 2 things: it's all about communicating with your sellers and making sure that you know the full story, because sometimes people don't share all the pertinent information with you. So one is about LLC and one is about a divorce, which I brought up the other day too. So we had a closing last couple weeks. A lot of times people have properties in an LLC or an S corp or some sort of corporate entity. So when we get the title exam back and we see that the title owner is not an individual, the first thing as the attorneys that we do is we ask our paralegals, like, we need to see the corporate documentation to see who can sign, who's got the authority to sign for that LLC. So that's something that you should do too, because what happened was, when you get the listing, just ask them if they've got their ducks in a row, or if they can give you some documentation about who has the authority to sign. We had a closing where LLC comes back, the listing agent, everything, they didn't have their ducks in a row, and they thought there was just one person that was a member of the company that signed the contract. Ended up being there was a second person that wasn't once the contract had got down the road, wasn't happy with some of the terms that the partner had signed on to. Those things can get worked out, and obviously there's some protections on the buyer in situations like that. But in general, it's a mess because the listing agent truly didn't know the situations for their client. So if you've got an LLC listing a property or any sort of entity like that, ask them when you get the listing. Okay, that's great. The attorney's going to ask for it, but I'm going to go ahead and ask if you've got that operating agreement, got your corporate docs, because I want to see who's got the authority to sign it. I'm always available to review those if you don't know what you're looking for a listing, so feel free to send that to me if that comes up, but it's definitely a question you need to ask. Another one, we had the second of the 2 scary stories today. There was a closing, and an individual, just one person, was on title. And when a divorce has been finalized or a settlement agreement has been agreed upon by the parties, that comes back in our title exam. But a lot of times, if they've just filed for a divorce and it's just the initial proceedings, because a lot of those don't go the full distance, that's not something that always catches our examiner's eye, and they won't see it a lot of times. So the listing agent didn't realize that this one person on title was in the middle of a pending divorce. So what happened was, we're a couple days before the closing, and there's really no way for us to know. One person on title, that's the person who signed the contract. We get a phone call from the soon-to-be ex-husband. We caught wind of this, saying, "Hey, stop! The proceeds need to go to an attorney's escrow account. Like, we can't close it." So we couldn't close that one because now we've got, if we sell that property at that point, that can turn into obviously a problem for our buyer, for our title insurance policy. So. And that would have been solved if the listing agent, because the buyer side had no clue of this. We had a lender package, everything was teed up, all the money was there, but then we can't do the closing because the listing agent didn't know the full story. You're not always going to get it, but you should ask. You catch wind of something like a divorce or anything like that, you need to ask questions and get to the bottom of it before you get too far down the road.
Like,
So-
where are you in the process?
Where are you in
We
the process?
just filed.
And you need to, and that doesn't mean they can't sell it. I mean, because if the person on the other side of the divorce doesn't care, fine, great, we'll get a deed, quick claim deed, we'll get some sort of acknowledgement from their attorney. But if that's the situation, if you've got somebody that's in the divorce, that's, any portion of it, make sure that is communicated to the closing attorney that's handling the file, because they're gonna have to give those facts to the title underwriter to see if we need anything from the ex-husband. So it's something that's important. So it's important to communicate with your sellers about anything at all that you catch that seems a little off.
Thank you. Anybody have a question? Charlie? Kat?
It's on the listing agreement.
Right.
They have to
Yeah.
answer it. Doesn't mean they answer truthfully.
Right, that's true. That's true. And you know, if it really hit the fan, you know, we do have paperwork like that to rely on. But obviously, in the real world, everyone wants it to close on time. So if they check that piece of paper, but you catch, you have to still be a human being and keep your eyes and ears open for kind of strange things like that and follow up on it.
Because a divorce could mean anything. He's gonna get it.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's all I got today.
Thanks, Charlie. And we would like to welcome Capstone Financial. Come on up. Alexander and Travis. So how many of you actually read the email about insurance that is being offered that Bob Kalinsky, how many of us know who Bob Kalinsky is, creator of the region, put together for us? And so they just wanted to introduce themselves, and I'm going to let them do that. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for having us. I'm incredibly impressed that you have my photo and everything up there. I found out about this about 12 hours ago.
There we go.
So kudos to whoever.
That would be Caleb. Thank you. Right here. See, right here.
Awesome. Thank you. What this is not, so this, I'm just going to outline some of the high-level details, and really this is just a chance for y'all to see two of us. We have, I actually live about 1.5 miles from here in Asher Park. Our office is in Buckhead. And we have a whole team that has divided. There's so many of you guys that me and Alex are just two of the folks that will be contacting y'all. So some of y'all will receive a phone call from me, some of y'all will receive a phone call from Alex, and some of y'all will receive a phone call from somebody else. But we're here today I'm going to kind of just talk you through the what's going to be in the offering and the suite of benefits that's in there. But really the encouragement is to take those calls seriously, sit down with whoever it is from our team that connects with you, and just learn about these benefits. Our firm does these regularly, and we sat down with Bob and put together a suite of benefits that is specifically tailored for real estate, for you guys. All right, and there's some very neat things in here that literally no real estate agent in the entire country other than y'all have access to. We've had such success in some of our other enrollments when we've done these that some of these insurance companies are just they've done things that they won't do for anybody else. Other financial firms can't even get access to these benefits to offer them to their clients just because they haven't been able to show the participation rates and have like the clients be as happy as some of ours have. So it's really cool with some of these benefits, and y'all just need to just sit down. Every meeting will take about 30 minutes, and you can figure out if any of them make sense for you, and if so, what makes sense for you, and how to lock those in. But from a high level, first off, disability. Many of you in here may already have a disability insurance policy through a current advisor. That's completely fine, but I'm trying to, a lot of the phone calls, I'm getting people saying, hey, I've got some of this stuff, and then that's great. We always want people to have done prior planning. I'm a certified financial planner. I have a book of personal clients that I don't meet through environments like this, and I help them get disability if they don't have it, or take a look at it. But these offerings, one of them requires no medical underwriting, which anybody here who's applied for like life insurance, long-term disability, long-term care knows. A nurse comes and sees you. You got to do blood work. You got to do you got to do a urine sample. You got to answer questions. Certain parts of the benefits, and some of y'all will qualify for things that require no medical underwriting. The way we had to structure this with these insurance companies, just so they could limit their risk on some of them will require underwriting, but it's far reduced from what people are used to. And then they come with substantial discounts too. Everyone gets a fantastic discount. Not everybody in this room is a male though, and all the females actually receive a greater discount.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Yeah, so, and this is just probably more than you need to know, but if I had a twin sister who clearly she'd be the same age as me, if she had the exact same job, we had the exact same health status and everything, and we applied for a disability policy, the insurance companies would make us the same offer, but she would pay about 20% more because she's female.
Okay.
Females get males back on life insurance. Life insurance is a little bit less expensive for females, but the discrepancy isn't that large. But the neat thing about these contracts is they write them on a unisex. They call it a unisex contract, but really everyone just basically is getting a male rate. So males, we still get the great discount. You'll still receive that, but there is an additional discount for all females. So just make sure y'all know that and tell your colleagues too. All right. The other things that are life insurance, accident insurance, long-term care, and health insurance. So again, these are just benefits that they all come with some discounts. They all just because Keller and Bob have endorsed this. You guys get buying power that you've never had before. As 1099 employees, it's just you're set up differently. You haven't always had this buying power, but now these insurance companies have allowed us to pool y'all and to get that. So that's what I will be reaching out to some of you guys about. Alex will and somebody else from our team, and then you got questions, I said just talk to them. Yeah.
Do you have any case examples on maybe an agent without your services, with your services, what the difference is?
Yeah, so
Can I take that for a sec?
Yeah.
That would be covered in the conversation you have with them. Honestly, they're really here today to introduce themselves and tell you that this insurance is here and that, maybe get Alan's card, give him a call, because that can get a little bit more in-depth. Is that okay? This is an introductory kind of, here are Capstone reps, and how many of you have always said, geez, I wish we had insurance as a 1099? Okay, so Bob Kalinsky has gone to the forefront for us and put together this great insurance package. So take their call, get their cards. We will send it out later today so they can get a hold of you too.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay?
Yeah, and some people have asked, trying to do a group meeting like this is not a great way to go about it. One-on-one.
We don't want to talk about disability insurance.
Yeah, I am
No,
a personal financial planner. I sit down with clients every day. It's very easy for me to ask someone how much is in their checking account. That is not a conversation anybody in this room wants to have with anybody else outside of just a one-on-one meeting. So
Right.
these are personal conversations, so we're going to treat them that way, and that's why we're going to, if people will meet with us, we will meet with you, everybody, for, at least 30 minutes. Sometimes it takes a follow-up meeting or two because you'll need to review your other policies and things. And like I say, during that meeting, we'll compare. If someone has an existing disability policy, for example, we'll compare it to what's available. It's very simple. Insurance is very cut and dry. We'll say, here's the contract, here's how it works, and here's the price, here's what you have. There are definitely circumstances where I told people, keep what you've got. You got that 20 years ago, it's better for you, you can't mess with this. But there's also many situations where we say, hey, this is the exact same contract language or better, and you're going to pay
Less.
$500 a year less. It's kind of a no-brainer. Make a change.
Thank you. So let me get you to think a little bit bigger regarding insurance. So, show of hands, how many of you are being recruited on a weekly basis from some other company? And what if
Hey,
you...
nobody's calling me.
Good!
I already know you're solidified. Seriously.
Because if they did, we know that Jennifer would recruit them right here, which is awesome. So I want you to think about this big picture. Why don't you ask your recruiter, does your company offer a passive stream of income in profit share, and do you offer insurance? I would love to have a conversation with you about how we can help you grow your business at Keller Williams. That's your challenge. That is your challenge.
That'll be a fun
Because I'm pretty sure they're all going to be able to say, well, no, we don't have insurance. Pretty sure I'm accurate on that. Yeah? Okay. All righty, Supreme, come on down.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you. I'm Kim Neely-Akins, and we do have Ty here to show you some production stuff today. I did want to mention that we have received a huge amount of support, and we are very, very grateful for that. Just so you know, we do have in-house underwriting that's here in Atlanta. So when your clients say they've been pre-approved by a big bank, you know that our underwriters are here. So what does that mean for you and for your clients? 1 year self-employed tax return waiver. So maybe in a client that's only been self-employed for 1 year, we can make that work. Or maybe a client that had a really great year last year, we could use that 1 year waiver to get them qualified for a lot more house. We can reach our underwriters in a matter of minutes and get you guys answers. And then we also have things like the ability to rescore their credit or how to make a difficult underwriting situation work. So let us know, and if you get us involved on the front side, your client, may be pre-approved for $200,000 with a big bank, but maybe we could stretch them to $250 or $300. So we definitely appreciate every at-bat, and we really appreciate all the business we've gotten so far.
Yeah, I'll follow that. Kenzie Flood, I just want to say thank you guys for your support. We haven't been there that long, and I know all three of us have deals in the pipeline right now, and we greatly appreciate that. Also, we love feedback. If we're doing anything that you guys want to see differently, or if you have any feedback for us, please come give it to us. It's the only way to get better is to kind of know where you're lacking. So, thank you.
So last week, I think we had a full house for the personal and professional best, so absolutely thank everyone for their support. It was awesome, huge success, serve thy neighbor. Tomorrow, with some more housekeeping stuff, we have Red Day. Kenzie and I will be out there. If we can be of any assistance to anyone, just come by, let us know what we can help out with in advance, but we'll be there tomorrow morning. Should be there all day to help everyone out. So, and again, just thank you, because we're all busy, but we're never too busy.
And PP&B, as I like to call it because I can never remember the order, it was really fun. I will tell you, those that were in the room were very competitive with the other market centers, and I'm nothing if not competitive with other market centers. So in order for us to be the number one and get the money so we can donate it to charity, we need this room filled. Because we're going against how many different offices?
Like 25. Over 20, yeah.
Over 25 offices, so it's once a month, it's the third Thursday. Lunch is served, so plan on putting in your calendar PP&B with Supreme Lending, and that's not peanut butter and jelly.
Is that the live feed camera?
Yeah, it's a live feed camera.
We need everyone.
Yeah, that's the camera right there.
We need everyone. We're here. Let us know.
We have spoken. It really was a lot of fun. It got very competitive. We think we've got it down now.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna get better and better.
We're gonna get better and better, which is really fun.
Yep.
So check the calendar for May. Thank you, guys.
Thank y'all.
Ty's gonna hang back because he's gonna chat with us for a sec.
Do you want me to cut the lights, or?
No.
No, not yet. Not yet. Alrighty, our Y4C2T is our belief system, and we will keep reviewing these. Success results through people. Who has an example of results through people? Anybody? Think on that for a second. Results through people. We all succeed. Would Keller Williams Peachtree Road, the leadership team in the office, be an example of success results through people? We pour into you, therefore you flourish and grow.
Productivity coaching?
Excuse me?
The productivity coaching program?
Productivity coaching, yes. Pouring into, yes, that's a great one, Andrew. Yeah. So success through people. And then what are we on? We're on number 10. Culture of the day, handling a fellow associate's business when personal or family illness occurs. Don't really have to talk about that too much. However, when we have an agent in need, we know that we all reach out and help. Yes? Okay. Before I do upcoming classes, I don't have a slide for this, but I would like you all to welcome our new assistant MCA, Lori Pearson. Yay! She's in day 3, and so far,
And she's still here.
I go every day and ask her, how's it going? You can tell me the truth.
It's transmittal time.
Yes, Okay. Quickly, upcoming classes, Magical Mornings every morning, 8:45 to 11, Ignite 6 to 9. If anybody needs a reboot of any of the classes in Ignite, I recommend you take a look at the calendar. Last night, there are 25 in the class, which is a great class, and I believe they called for 10 to 15 minutes yesterday. They got 12 appointments. That's big. So if you need a reboot on a class, the other thing that helps your lead generation is Magical Mornings. Yeah. So most of those agents in Ignite are dual career. They would give anything to be able to be in this room during the day making calls. So if I'm getting on my soapbox, let me just get on for a second. So, if you are saying to yourself, geez, I wonder why so-and-so is closing so many deals and so-and-so is closing so many deals and I don't have anything, we might need to have a chat because it's directly related to lead generation. And if you're afraid to do lead generation, we need to have a chat to help you overcome that. Good? Love to see more people in the room during Magical Mornings. Okay.
Especially Wednesdays.
Especially Wednesdays, because Katie does them, yes. Tomorrow, Fuji Day at Clarkston United Methodist Church. That's not correct.
Yeah, I'll put
we
the
go
right
there?
address on the board.
That's
the address of the
Who's Jenna's there?
Okay.
We need to go to the park, though. Then I'll write the address, yeah, the park.
Okay. Hi, Jenna. Want to have a chat with us?
What'd you say?
Want to have a chat with us?
Yeah, Katie, you want to come up?
We have a slide.
We have a slide.
Stand by for the slide.
Stand by for the slide.
So that's the address for the school tours, but everyone to come to this. Can you see this?
Tours.
3867 Norman. My beautiful handwriting. Road. Clarkston.
And which park is this? What is this park called?
That's where the this is Milam
Milam
Park.
Milam Park.
M-I-L-A-M.
Thank you. Charlie will be there. Are you going to be there with the big, huge grill?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yay.
Oh, yeah. It's so much fun.
Yay, so Katie, you want to come up?
Okay. Can we go to our slide?
Do I have a slide? Or you
Let me get the shirt.
Do I have it?
So thank you for everyone who's signed up so far. We're so excited to see you all tomorrow. Even if you haven't signed up, please come. If you haven't got your shirt yet and you ordered one, they're in Kayla and Lexi's office. So if you did order one, please go pick them up. Ladies, you can wear shorts and men, but ladies, you can wear shorts tomorrow, but just no one wants to see your booties. So
I would really love them to be Bermuda length, like almost to the knee.
So or Nike shorts, but just like a little longer. Yeah.
I would
Wear your
love to
longest
see
hair
I would
shorts.
love to see shorts.
No,
Please. Yes. Yes.
But yes, it will be hot. So like you can wear shorts, just be respectful because we are at a school. Bring water bottles. We will have water there, but we really want the Fugees to have that at first. So Charlie, thanks so much. She's grilling out for us. Supreme is helping us out. So we're really thankful for all our vendors. Felix, wherever he went, he's bringing us Gatorade and ice and all that. So do you have anything you want to say?
Yes. Who has signed up to work something tomorrow? Okay, that's not all the hands, so that makes me a little sad. So I will come down to all of you and get your name written down. It's gonna be lovely. And also, next Thursday is traditional Red Day for KW. So we're gonna be from 9 to 12 at Cross Keys High School. So I'm also gonna bother you about that too.
So if you haven't signed up yet, just come when you can. If you did sign up, I sent out emails of everybody's time slots. If you signed up for setup, you should have got an email from me. If you signed up for games, you should have got an email from me. So if you haven't signed up, don't worry about it. Just show up and we'll
What's the whole
find
time
something.
period tomorrow? 9 to
Tomorrow 9 till about 2:33.
Well, the kids leave at like 2:30, right?
Yeah, and then
Take
there's
down.
cleanup.
Yeah.
So there's a special surprise at the end. So you do want to be there for the end if possible, and it'll be really fun.
Yes.
Yes.
When you say show up to Norman Grove,
Yes.
because I'm signed up, but I was.
Yes, that address.
Yes, that's the address. And in the email, I'll send out another email to the whole office today with the schedule and the address again. But yes, that's where you want to. That's where you want to be.
Okay.
Anyone have questions?
What are we doing for Red Day at Cross Keys?
We're doing a mini field day. with them. We're doing a mini field day. So, Erin, you're here. Do you want to talk about that just real quick because you went to the meeting? Thank you so much for taking my place.
Of course. So, Cross Keys is facing an interesting problem right now. They have their graduation rate has slowly declined since 2016 due to different things going on with Brookhaven and economics and political, of course. 89% of the school is Hispanic. So in Brookhaven, as you know, prices have gone up significantly over the last few years. So a lot of them are having to move to different areas and drop out of school due to having to help families and work full time to help the family's overall income. So what they're trying to do is promote starting early and keeping good attendance, keeping good GPAs, and keeping good behavior to get to graduation. So next Thursday, we're going to be celebrating the top 100 ninth graders and showing them a really fun day and really rewarding them for all of these things to keep them on track to go to graduation.
Oh,
that's great.
We will send the link out for next week for Red Day again today, so please sign up. We appreciate all your help. We've heard in the past that agents would like alternatives, so here's a great alternative to help kids in our backyard. Yeah, okay. Thank you. I'm going backwards real quick.
Also,
okay.
Shirts too.
Yes. Okay, so really quickly, Saturday group coaching, Monday, agents in growth. Kelly Chansey has her topic, getting your deal to the closing table, 12 to 1:30. Monday from 2 to 3, Adi will be continuing the investor series with calculating your client's return on investment. Next Tuesday, Supreme Lending is doing a lunch and learn. Again, next Thursday's Red Day at Cross Keys High School. Tuesday the 14th, group coaching for PCs, how to keep the deal together. Again, building off of Kelly's topic on Monday for growth. Wednesday, Meet the Market Center. If you know of anybody interested in either getting into real estate or somebody that has their license that hasn't found a brokerage yet, found a home, or somebody that you've spoken to that would like to transfer brokerages, that's a great place to send them to. Thursday the 16th, put it in your calendar, 11:30. There we go, the professional and personal best with Supreme Lending. It gets very fun. Put that in your calendar, please. Love to fill up the room. And then Thursday the 16th, Hap will be here with an overview of the Georgia property tax system and property for CE credit.
Can I say one thing, well, not me, but about the personal and professional best?
Yeah.
Tiki brought up a really good point. She was actually in the room this week, and she said something really great about it.
So I appreciated seeing the video of just exactly how they are in alignment with our culture and our values, and it's so refreshing to have them as a part of our office. And you guys should all be in the room. It's definitely something you don't want to miss.
Yes, it's really fun.
You'll hear from me in a second. I actually produced the show, so I make the whole thing.
Very
So
good.
thank you. I wish I had that on video. We could watch it later. But we actually,
Say it again.
even though I hate because we're just building momentum, we're actually not doing one this in May. We're going to wait till the third Thursday in June, just with graduations and everything coming up, Memorial Day. We thought we'd give everyone a break. However, I'm going off script, but I feel pretty safe to say this. I know what the theme is. We're moving from Serve Thy Neighbor into a Love Thy Neighbor. We're going to have a great guest with Bob Goff. And we're going to want to get footage from people out in the field, the people we serve, real estate agents. So tomorrow or the following week, if you are out at Fuji State or Red Day, if you take out your phone and shoot a little video and tell about how the day, what it means to you serving your neighbor, we're going to put you in our pool, and I will take, if I get at least 5 videos from this office, we'll make a $500 donation into your Red Day account, and you guys will be able to donate well. Okay?
Everybody raise their hands going to Fuji's tomorrow. Do one, please.
I love spending your dad's money.
Yes.
It's so easy. It's so much fun. And then you can spend his money if you guys participate.
Yeah. Have you heard what's going on with Kelly?
Kelly. All right. Can we switch it to my phone? Yep. one feature that is pretty much vital in your business. And when it comes to that, it's your database, right? And having to keep up with every single person in your database can be a bit overwhelming. So Kelly actually has a feature in here to help you with that if you use Kelly at its most effective rate. So you can make phone calls, text messages, and emails through Kelly, right? I'm gonna need some
Right.
feedback.
Yes.
I want to know if you knew that.
No.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, why is that important?
Why is that important? Because if you use the phone feature, text feature, or email feature through Kelly to contact your database, it automatically logs the interaction.
Okay, say that again.
If you use the phone call, text message, or email button through Kelly to contact your database, it will automatically log the interaction in your command system.
Does it write down what the text said?
It does.
No.
Can you bring up command, please, for a second? So I did a couple this morning with Dory. She didn't respond back, but that's okay. So you're going to see the interactions logged.
Did you say something nice?
I did.
Oh, okay.
How does it show up for your client or whoever your contact is?
Shows up just like a regular email, text, phone call.
From your phone? Okay.
Because your phone, your email, it's ELOPES 6.
Yes.
And then you know so it shows up as a regular on their side of it because your information is attached to your Kelly profile. It's also attached to your command profile. So it's your cell phone, your email address, your information.
Does it still go to my Outlook too if I send it through Kelly?
It will as long as your, because your email address goes all different places. So if you're using Outlook as your email address, this should be fine.
That girl's just smart.
She is, and she's constantly getting smarter. If you go to Dory's name, on the right-hand side, you'll see all of the activities I've had with Dory. So you'll see a text message, hey Dory, it's Erin. I left her a message this morning. I did another test, and then emails.
And by the way, if you add a contact, it uploads past emails and communications into command after you upload the contact.
She went exactly where I was going.
That's amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's not too late to go ahead and put in your contacts now and get all of that information shown as far as activities on the right-hand side. This is also really good because it'll tell me at the top when I last contacted Dory. So if you haven't talked to somebody in 6 months, on the main page of the database, if you go back to contacts for me, it'll show me really quickly when's the last time I contacted this person. So
24 minutes ago.
Yep. And it updates in real time.
And you can add your contacts through Kelly and just speak your contact into Kelly.
Yeah, I actually didn't type out any of that. I just spoke it all out. You can do it, Laura. It's going to recognize the accent.
Can you sort the contact
sure can.
contacted list?
Yeah.
Like,
By any of those titles.
okay, just hit sort it, and we'll sort it by
Yeah,
day.
if you just click
by
on
day,
last
by month.
contacted, it'll bring up, it'll sort them by that. And then any one of those headings.
How does it pull your email?
My email address is attached to my command system.
Does it matter what email client you use?
What email client you use.
What does that mean?
I mean, how does it connect with your emails?
So if you want to go to Erin Lopez at the top right and go to settings, when I first set it up, I had to attach it to an email address. So all KW emails are through Gmail. So that was one of the easiest. I also have my calendar synced in here. So if I needed to share my calendar with a contact, I can. Basically, as long as you sync it, it'll show up and it'll be all connected. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So,
go to Kelly to make the call
You
or
do.
whatever it is.
Yes.
Just pull them up as a contact.
Right. As long as you do it through Kelly, it will log the interaction.
Thank you. That's awesome. That's awesome. You're so good. You're up. So, for those of you that were here last week or were here on Wednesday and you saw Ty and Kyle doing some filming last week, Ty is the marketing director for Supreme Lending, and he was kind enough last week to come in and do some video for us. We are releasing and opening our green room. We have created the Old Ignite room is now a video room with a 3-sided green wall that you may now go in once we get it up and functioning. If you've got a little bit more to do in there, that you can record your own videos in there. And Ty's going to talk to you about why we've got green, and he's going to talk to you about putting together good content in the videos. Okay, I'm going to turn it over to you.
We're gonna make sure we get the sound here real quick for you guys.
Okay.
I once heard a preacher say when Lucifer and all those angels were kicked out of heaven and became demons, 70% of them went into audio video equipment. Seems about right. What if I take it to your large conference Apple TV for sound? But that will lose your video
We
stream?
can Chromecast TV. I mean, we can Apple TV. So if you Apple TV connect to us.
We have something really exciting to show you. That's why we have to show this.
Apple TV large conference room?
Not
No. Training room. Training room.
There we go, KWPR training room. Let's see if this it's worked the way. Here we go. This is why we were invading your space.
Can you hit this one?
I know her.
That is the connection to the Apple TV. Yeah, it's so great it sounds, Joe.
I thrive at KW Peachtree Road because of our culture of productivity. It is truly a sharing and caring environment, and agents are always willing to share their best practices.
You know, the energy is amazing, and the reason why I say that is because it's so motivating to be around others who have a willingness to learn and succeed.
I thrive at Keller Williams Fisher Road because of the education classes. You know, with real estate always changing, it's important to be educated and understanding of what's going on.
So, I thrive at Keller Williams Peachtree Road because of Gary Keller's vision for technology that's built by agents for agents to help us stand out in an evolving real estate market.
I thrive at Keller Williams Peachtree Road because of our values: God, family, business.
It's just so much room for growth here, and I feel like I have a family outside of my family. Like, I actually enjoy coming into this office every single day.
Would you? Thanks, Girlie. So that is a little bit of what we were doing last week. I'm hoping that Kyle would put together a few more of those with the other agents that filmed. But that is something, one of the main reasons, not the main reason, one of the additional reasons we did choose Supreme as our preferred alliance partner is they have this ability to help us teach you all how to use video at a very high level, because that is the future and we want you to be on the forefront. Gary is ever evolving. He is never a leader that's going to say, well, we've always done it that way, so we're going to do it that way. That is not Gary Keller. So I'm going to give it to you, Ty.
All right. Thanks,
Yeah,
Dory.
you're welcome.
So I got to meet Dory a few weeks ago, and she was just sharing about the I Thrive campaign that was just sort of a abstract concept floating around. And we had a little meeting and put together a little plan, and then now you have a video, which I think does a great job in a concise amount of time of telling a story. That's probably a lot more exciting than you sitting down and trying to write out to someone or send them an email in all the ways that you're thriving. What a great message for your office here. So I want to start by introducing myself. I met some of you guys last week, but my name is Ty Anderson. I actually spent 22 years in the music business. I played with a band called Third Day, and we did some pretty cool stuff. We won 4 Grammy Awards, which, those are pretty cool, and 32 Dove Awards, which are sort of like the Christian Grammy Awards, and we were inducted to the Georgia Music Hall of Fame. We sold 8 million albums. We won an American Music Award, 30 number 1 songs, a whole bunch of other stuff. So that was really cool. Let me tell you about some stuff that I think is even cooler. We had over 40,000 children sponsored through World Vision at our concerts, and that represents $35 a month. Whole communities transformed, clean water, education, really incredible. Millions and millions of dollars raised. We actually raised the funds to build 8 homes for Habitat, and we built 2 schools in India and Uganda. We helped advocacy with the One Campaign, Bono's organization. If anyone needs U2 tickets, I can't help you, but still a great friend. And we wrote songs that people really connected with, and just an incredible career. So I found myself ready to get off the road. Part of my values, very similar, God, family, business. I was like, well, I'm talking about family, but here my kids are starting high school, and I would like to see my son play football for Roswell High School. And so it's time to get off the road, and went through that kind of little bit of that, Zoolander moment, like, who am I, right? Because I've always sort of been the bass player for the band. But I found that in the band, I was really the marketer. So I went back to school, I got my marketing degree, and what I found is that marketing was pretty simple in the band. It was really easy to understand. Marketing was making fans, right? That's what you do in a band, you make fans, and really, that's what marketing is. For all of you guys, ultimately marketing is making fans, because ultimately, what you really want, what fans do, what's great is like fans don't just give you their money, they go tell all their friends about you, and then they give you their money too, right? And ultimately that's what you guys want, is champions and referrals. You want to make fans. A lot of us think about marketing in a much too limited way. So if I do a good job today, you guys can have me back, because I have some other really fun talks. One is like how to market like a rock star, which is actually building a whole marketing framework to do that. And another, which is my favorite talk, is 10 ways to lead like Taylor Swift. So I want to share with you a little bit, which you guys are probably already picking on. This is just a little bit of our marketing framework for Supreme Lending. So this is what, in addition to our mission at Supreme of serving others before self, we actually kind of created a marketing mission statement. And if you see the bolded words there are to inspire and educate all of our key constituents. I'm a visual learner, so I had to put a graphic to it so I could kind of make sense of what I try to do. So I try to keep the 3 now of our loan officers back there, I try to keep them moving so that they can keep all of you guys moving, so that you can literally help your customers move. And then ultimately they'll tell their friends, get referrals, and everything keeps moving. It's a beautiful thing. So I just happen to see myself as the guy making it all happen. So, good enough. But I do, it's a reminder for me every time I see our loan officers, they live by that mission to serve others before self. My job is to serve them. Today, we get to kind of skip a step because I get to go right to you guys, so it's very exciting. So all I have to say, why video? Is there anybody here who doesn't think video is a good tool to send messages to the world? Anybody? Good. Then you shouldn't have come. So all of you guys are here, maybe in some part, maybe you didn't know this on the agenda, but all of us seen how effective video is. I want to go through, let me just check real quick. Are we still 12:30 stop?
You can go a little bit later.
Okay, so I just want to make sure, good stewards of your time, the whole keep your customers moving thing. I'll go through these real quick. So because I think we're all sold on video, just that it's a really good idea. But 70% of millennials, they watch a company video when shopping online. And we know millennials are the biggest buyers right now. If you want to reach a millennial, you got to reach them on their phone, right? And video is a great tool to do that. They found that 84% of consumers have been convinced to make a purchase while watching a video, and that 81% of businesses with an explainer video on their homepage increase sales. So all these things, I'm not going to go through each one. The biggest thing that we know is you send someone a text, you send you an email, you put a Facebook post, all these different ways that you guys are telling the world about yourselves. It's more effective when there's video. It's a great tool in Facebook. When you upload that video, it's auto playing in their feed. So all of those ADD people out there, it gets their attention. They click on it, it starts playing, and magic happens. You guys get to articulate who you are and why you matter to the world. So anyone not sold on video, I guess you could leave the next 10 minutes, just get some food. What I wanted to get to the next step is what Dory was alluding to, and that is, why did you guys just paint this room halfway green? So, and what I thought I would do, we'll go through this little technical hiccup we didn't have before, but I'm gonna, instead of me telling you how that screen in there works, yesterday I made a video to show you how it works, because I'm pretty bought in that video is an effective tool. So let me go to our videos here. And do you think I should go once again to your,
Already live up, so it should just.
will it be sound?
It should play sound. Let's check. Just turn it up. Yeah, just turn it up. You can turn it up.
Hey guys, this is Ty Anderson, interrupting Ty Anderson's in-person presentation to share a quick tutorial on how green screen works. First, the footage is shot in a studio environment with a green background. You don't actually have to use a green background, but it works best as green is a less common color for both wardrobe and eyes. Then, in the video software, the green is keyed out of the shot. In video editing, a key effect is used to remove a color or background from the video clip. After that is done, the background is transparent, and any video or image can be applied as a layer. This is how your local meteorologist delivers the weather. Here's a background shot I shot outside my office. Well, now I'm at the beach. You get the idea, so I'll head back to the office. As your partner, Supreme Lending has invested in a video studio to be able to provide you with effective marketing tools. Now your video content can be captured in a controlled environment, but given a slick background that's appropriate to your individual and corporate brand. Hey Ty, now that you've told them why they should be making videos and a quick understanding of how keying works, why don't you walk them through what makes a good video?
I should have just done the whole presentation on video, right? So, let me go back here real quick.
Hey Todd, did you have the word scrolling in the back too? Were you reading out from them?
I had a teleprompter prepared as I did that. Hopefully you couldn't tell too much until the lights on, but that's part of why I'm here today. When the real reason, I actually asked to come do this. I know a lot of people would rather be in a casket than give a eulogy, like they don't like public speaking, but I've been doing a lot of, I do a lot of videos. We serve, we have all these opportunities. I'm helping a lot of agents do videos. And I have all the time folks come in and they go, man, I don't need a prompter. I'm just gonna go off the cuff. And that just means there went my weekend, because then they go, I wanna make a 30-second video. And I go, awesome. And then they start talking, and they start talking, and they start talking. And like 14 minutes later, I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, well, you can edit that. So, and I'm like, but I don't work for you. I'm just trying to help. So that illustrates my point. There's 3 parts to a flight, right? When you go travel, 3 really important parts to a flight. There's the takeoff, and then there's the landing. And I would contend that no one complains about a short flight, right? Both the videos you guys seen today, both the introduction video and that video I just played you, I began with the end in mind, and I said this is not going to be longer than 90 seconds, because as much as that video was entertaining, nobody was going, play me a longer video, right? It needs to be short and sweet, and so creating a script is now becoming, I'm really kind of making it like mandatory, at least if you're going to come up to our studio, that you write out your script ahead of time, and then we can play out when it comes to production how to get the best performance. But having a script is really important, and we want to get there a little bit today. So I want to go back. This is something that I hope all of you guys know. Anyone familiar with Simon Sinek's Golden Circle? Start with the why. Raise your hand high if you are. Okay. So it's a great TED Talk. It's 18 minutes long, which is long for video, but it's a really brilliant TED Talk. He's had a whole career that came out of this TED Talk, but it gets into a lot of brain science. It gets into human psychology as how people make buying decisions, how they connect with people. And so I'll give like a 60-second summary. here of his 18-minute TED Talk, so it won't be all inclusive. But basically, most people know what they do. You guys are real estate agents. Some people know how they do it, like what maybe is their value differentiator, and a lot fewer people know why they do it, their mission. That's why I love Keller, because it starts with the mission, right? When you guys came to work here, you signed up that like, we're gonna salute this flag of like God Family Business, right? You like, it's written on the walls. When you come to Supreme, it's written on the walls. Like, you have to start with mission. And what he goes on to illustrate is that great, like crappy companies just start with the what. They just make products. They make things and try to sell you. A few years ago, Gateway, you guys remember Gateway? They made computer products. They decided that they wanted to make televisions. Were they qualified to make televisions? Absolutely. They've been making computer monitors, same technology. They were totally qualified to make televisions, and they told the world about their televisions and the product specs and the price point and how big they were, and nobody bought them because nobody cared. But Apple, as a company, Apple starts with a why. They start with a mission, to think differently. And then they go into their how. Here's our values. We're going to be environmental stewards. We're going to incredibly blend like technology and design into easy products to use. And then what does Apple make? Whatever they want, we're going to buy it. Right? We trust Apple because we connect with them as a mission. Right? So I think that they miss a step, that he misses a step. This is my own. If I get to write a book, it'll be like start with the who, apologies to Simon Sinek. But I think that the inner core of this is who, and that's identity. Before you can even buy into a mission of an organization or your own even personal mission, you got to know who you are. Or better said, for people of faith, you got to know whose you are. Even if not a person of faith, if you're married, you better know whose you are. So a lot of that's like even what's driving your mission. If you're a parent, you know, man, I'm these people's kids. That drives the way that I want to engage with the world. So I go as sort of a framework: who, why, how, what. And I want you to think about so far with the presentation that I've already did. I've actually followed that framework, haven't I? I started by introducing myself, and then I said, why does video matter? Why should we do it? I gave a little bit of how it actually works, how the process works, kind of got some credibility there, kind of like I knew what I was doing since I was showing you it, doing it in real time. And then we get to the what, how to help you guys actually do this yourselves, create video scripts. So the components of a good video script, I think it's really simple. And I wrote out, you guys have little cheat sheets in front of you, but who? You want to start out by introducing yourself. And then you want to include a catchphrase or a slogan. For some of you guys, maybe that simply, it's just going like, hey, my name is Ty Anderson, I'm the marketing director for Supreme Landing. Maybe it's saying, hey, I'm a real estate agent with KW Peachtree Road. Maybe some of you guys have dug in a little bit deeper and you have your own like little slogan or saying. Maybe you guys have identified, hey, I'm Ty Anderson, I'm Brookhaven's premier real estate agent. Maybe you guys are a little bit more zeroed in, and maybe you go, man, I am Brookhaven's best selling agent, or whatever it is. That's not my job to do. That's your guys' job to like do your own personal inventory. But you find really what that is, and so it's okay if you don't have that. You can just go your association, but it's actually really effective. I helped one KW agent, and she has a great little catchphrase. It's so cheesy. It's like so cheesy, but it totally works. She ends every video I do with her with, and everything I touch turns to soul. Not bad. It's pretty good. Totally cheesy, but it works on video. All the expectations are a little bit less. The next thing, why? State your mission or your value proposition. So if you come in and you go, again, I want to connect, like if I'm going to give you my business, and it does work for everything. It only works for everything, I like to say. Like, if you guys are making a video, again, instead of just jumping, like I go right past those billboards, like Mark's thing, or like people that are like telling me like how much money they make or whatever, or if like I'm down in Miami and it's just like, I'm the most successful I'm like, great, you don't have time for me, right? Like but if I see someone and they say like, hey, I'm Ty Anderson, I'm Brookhaven's premier real estate agent. I got into real estate because I have a passion for helping people realize the American dream of home ownership. My God, I want to do business with them. Here, help me sell my home. Help me buy my next place. So if you can convey that mission, and again, you're part of an organization. If you haven't developed it personally, then beg, borrow, and steal from the great organization you work with. You state that why, and then how. Your content, a few sentences are plenty. You see all those videos when I wrote those scripts, what a little tip I did because I care about the guy who was editing them, and I didn't want him to have to spend too much time on it. I actually timed it. How long was I talking? So I didn't have 4 minutes of content and try to get it to 90 seconds. A couple sentences is usually enough for a video. And I help Pat Flood do the personal professional best. That's something I'm still working on with him, where he'll come in and he'll say, hey, this is 5 minutes of video. And he's like, I've written it out. And I'm like, but it's 10 pages, single space, front and back. That is not 5 minutes. So it's great to practice out, to find your own cadence. One of the things that I help people with is once you get on camera, this is something where it's always hard to do surgery on yourself, but I talk too fast. For some of you guys, I know I'm probably talking too fast now. So on video, you actually speak a little bit more slowly than you think would be appropriate, but it actually conveys the message better when speaking on video. But it is uncomfortable when people do it in person. And finally, you want to end your video with a call to action, right? And you want to give them and I like to say, like, call to action. I didn't do it on that cheat sheet, but it's not calls to action, it's call to action. I find a lot of times people come in and like, hey, I want to give them my, all my contact information, my email, my Facebook, my Instagram, my text, I want to tell them about this, and I'm like, hold on, give them one thing to do, right? Because success would be they watch your video and they go like this on one thing, right? So people, again, if you're telling people to do 10 things, they're probably going to do how many of them? Right. Give them one thing to do. So that's kind of like a good framework that makes a pretty good video. And just like before, I have some examples. But what I want you guys to do is we're not even going to take 5 minutes. If you guys have a pen, I would like for somebody who is big, brave, has recently gone through bold, who's had a magical morning, like you to get the piece of paper out in front of you. And if someone be so bold, or if you're already doing it, maybe write out a few sentences of your who. Introduce yourself. Why are you in real estate? How do you go about doing things? And then finally, a call to action. Am I asking too much? Would anybody be so bold as to write this out and then stand in front of class and allow us to give you the gift of authentic feedback? So y'all just take a second. Let's have some of our other partners do it. I think that'd be great. You guys do it?
I have my
And I'll just talk over for those that are refusing to participate. That I'm not going to take it
right now.
Basically the reason why I came up with this framework is just I really think it works. Like from things that it's just this other truth that I found out there, the way that you connect with people, and from doing a lot of videos where people have not gone through this process. There's other topics that you can do with the video. I would say 90% of the time when people come up here, because they haven't gone through this problem or this process, it's not a problem, I usually end up going like, hey, what you've written here is five different videos. What would be more effective is again, especially on that how part, you have a great introduction, you have a landing, but think about that for you guys. Would you rather have one 5-minute video, or would you rather have 5 1-minute videos that you now have your Facebook campaign for the entire summer? Right? So basically now you have your drip marketing email campaign. You have, for some of our loan officers, we create 12 videos so they can do each step of the process to give to those customers along the way. So, but again, short and sweet, but the little repetition people will give you, it's all part of just kind of establishing that brand. So real quick while you guys work, I'll go to, we'll play a few of these. And again, the other thing I'll say with video, I experienced this a lot when I was here last week on Wednesday, is like everyone told me how much they hated me as we were sitting down. I felt so unwelcome. Like we sat down to do the video and everyone goes, I hate video. Why are you making me do this? I said, I'm not, she is. No. Oh, okay. But then the finished result, like it always happens. Everyone's going like, wait a second, why wasn't I in that first video? Because you said you hated me. It's like people get really anxious about it. Like a lot of the times I find when people, especially if they come up to our studio, and if you'd like to come visit us in Alpharetta, you can connect with any of the Supreme Lady Loan officers. We'll block out a time. It ends up being, and this is what you can tell I'm passionate about this. Like my passion is not making videos. Like I don't aspire to be Steven Spielberg. My passion is like helping you guys like develop your personal brands. And like this process right here, even if you're like, don't love it for a video, it's a pretty dang good elevator pitch. Pretty good. You just met someone at a Mexican restaurant, something you want to share. So do we have anyone here who would be so bold? Has anyone gone through these 4 things? Am I not getting that from class today? Is it? Anyone? Is anyone working on it? Yes, we're working on some. We're good.
Yes. Let's stand up there.
Go.
Well, one way to look at it, like if you wouldn't send it out to like your 20, friends and coworkers here, why in the world would you send it out to anyone else in the world, right? Or everyone else in the world, which is what you're doing when you put it out on social media. So let's see it real quick.
Okay. So I've been doing my videos and stuff for a little while, trying to do it consistently. So who I am, my name is Anna Ramos. I'm a real estate agent in Atlanta. I'm just a simple girl trying to make a difference in the world and chase my dreams, chase big dreams. My why is I came from a very humble beginning. My family came to this country with nothing. I grew up in a trailer park, didn't graduate high school, didn't go to college, and a few years ago, I just clicked in my head that I wanted to do something great, and I had to find a way to do it. So that's where real estate came along. I'm getting nervous, sorry. So that's my why. I just want to show that anything is possible, and my how is through helping people achieve their goals of owning a home or whatever it might be, and going with that journey along with them. And I guess the what is my call of action. Call me, text me, I'll help you out.
Awesome. All right. So I know she's on the spot. Thank you for doing that. So that's a good rough draft. Like, I mean, that's enough. Then we can work from that, polish it up. You practice reading that a few times, and you can tighten that up into a great introductory video. So obviously, if you get serious about it, you don't want to just have introductory videos, but I find it's a great place to start. Like, I mean, that's why I like to start with the who. Every time you meet someone, you shake their hands and introduce yourself. So here's a few videos of just some example work, just to get some different looks, and all of these, I think, meet most of the criteria.
Hi, I'm Johnny Perez with Keller Williams Realty in town Atlanta. Today, I wanted to let you know a few things you can expect now that you're under contract. First of all, congratulations. You're on your way to transitioning into your biggest investment and hopefully the home of your dreams. You're going to be hearing from a lot of people, the closing attorneys and my team. If you're a buyer, you'll be hearing from your lender. If you're a seller, you'll be hearing from the inspector and appraiser. So, get ready for a lot of communication. Yes, they will be asking for a lot of documents. It is very important that you turn in everything on time to successfully get you to the closing table. But don't worry, I'm here to help you with any questions you have along the way to make it as easy as possible. I'm Johnny Perez with Keller Williams Realty in town Atlanta.
All right, what do you think? So short and sweet, that was 1 minute and 3, some good content. And again, I will say with video, as with all marketing, like anyone who comes, like even as you guys were going that CRM system, there's no like silver bullet to marketing. There's not like a magic text and what do you know, I sent this text and I just got 5 new listings and sold 6 more homes, right? It's the consistency, it's doing it. But again, I thought that was a great one as just some useful information. It was geared towards helping out his customers. So here's one. Is it all right if it's not Keller? Just from it's a. You don't have to play it. I just thought, just as a human being, I thought she did a great job. Graduate from Cross Keys. I thought.
Yeah.
But she's not. But I just thought trying to.
Hi, I'm Selena Metter, Realtor with the Sanders team at Realty One. What do you get when you combine a travel and adventure seeker with the #1 real estate team in Georgia? A new home, complete with a list of the newest and most happening spots in town. Whether you're buying or selling your home, whether you've been in Atlanta for 60 years or 60 seconds, call me today and I can help you find the place that you call home.
All right.
Who's going to recruit her? I'll be calling today.
And here's another one. So.
I'm gonna call her to get her my dog.
Hi, I'm John Franklin with Keller Williams Realty in South Atlanta. Today, I wanted to bring you an important announcement. During this process, I will never ask you to transfer funds outside of your earnest money. All funds will be wired to the closing attorney on your closing day. Please do not wire any funds until you receive wire instructions from your attorney on a secure portal. And even then, you'll want to pick up the phone and verify all the information before you send your funds. Wire fraud is on the rise. So, I want to make sure your transaction is secure and the process runs as smoothly as possible. I'm Johnny Franklin with Keller Williams Realty in town Atlanta.
All right. So, again, great message, timely message. I thought what was fun with that one is, I don't want to pick on, but you might have noticed, he started out by saying he was John Franklin, and at the end he said he was Johnny Franklin. Like, guys, before you come to your video, know what your name is. Right? Some of those, just that basic brand work, but what you find is like, even standing up here, it's like nervous, it's whatever. Getting in front of the camera, everyone tells me how much they hate me. Like it's like like people start sweating. It gets like, it's really nerve wracking, right? And it's like, and this is why I've come to determine and because I've felt this for myself, is like, and this is what you have to get over if you want to be good at videos, is like, stop trying to impress people. Like, that's why you're nervous, right? Everyone goes in there because they're like, I'm pretty sure when I'm done with this video that they're going to replace Anderson Cooper. And it's like, it ain't happening, right? He's locked in, job security. And we all compare to like these absolute professionals on $1 million sets. So what I try to help people do is like change your mindset. You have information that is helpful to people. And so you are helping people by giving them a video with like some good information. You're not trying to like bore them to death. You're not doing death by PowerPoint. You're just going like, here's a couple facts. I want to give you guys some information. This is going to help you on your journey to buying a home, and then you're out. Drop the mic. So when you change that mindset, then I'm able to work with you a lot better and get it. So for one last video, I put my money where my mouth is for. So this is, I put this together yesterday just to kind of illustrate what I was talking about. Sure.
I'm Ty Anderson of Supreme Lending, here to help you market like a rock star. As the marketing director at Supreme, I'm committed to our mission of serving others before self. My desire today has been to help you better understand video marketing. I hope that today has helped you realize that video is an essential part of your marketing toolbox. Better understand how the green screen process works, and giving you the framework to write your own winning video scripts. KW Peachtree Road, you got this. If you feel like today's time has been productive, well, there's something you can do about it. Send your next referral to one of our awesome loan officers right here at KW Peachtree Road. They're committed to closing on time and funding on time every time, as all of us at Supreme Lending live our inspiration to deliver the industry's best customer experience. I'm Ty Anderson of Supreme Lending, helping you market like a rock star.
So, did you get some good content about doing videos? Yeah. So, we'll let you know when the green room is ready. We've got to do a little bit more painting, get it up and running. And the reason we did the green screen is that Supreme has offered to put that B-roll in back of you, which is why we did that. So, when you do your videos, we'll see how it works to start with. You're going to be using your own cameras to start with. We'll work from there to see if the office needs to buy one. That just gets a little bit more complicated with how we teach you how to use it. We'll kind of work that out with Ty.
We'll work through some logistics. Part of what we did last week, it was twofold. We were capturing the interviews for the iThrive, which we have more interviews. Again, we sort of, that was version 1, so Dory was pretty much seeing it when you did. But our thought was executive decision. Instead of one video where all 20 people were included, we thought it'd be more effective, as I always think it's more effective to do multiple shorter videos. So we did that first one, but what we also did is we captured some backgrounds here. So as you saw through when I was explaining the green screen, when I spoke, there was a time I was in front of our office. There was another time I was standing outside. So we captured some different, we had the camera on the tripod, and what we'll be able to emulate is you're delivering a message and maybe you're standing in the front lobby. Is there some activity behind you? Maybe you are standing right outside with that parking lot kind of blurred behind you. If you guys watch the news later today, you'll see that you can tell, if you go to, this isn't a political statement, but if you go to like MSNBC, a lot of times they use just a still image of a library behind their guest. But if you go to like CNN, they do a lot of where it's a scene of whatever city, but you'll have just a little bit of movement, a flag moving, you see some clouds moving in the background because it's actual video shot from, on a tripod, but it makes it look real, even though neither of them are real. I'm not saying it's fake news, I'm just saying that. And if you go to Fox News, then there's just like American flags waving the whole time in every background. But so here we got all that shot, and you can tell from the iThrive we already have a lot of B-roll footage. The video I made for you guys yesterday, I didn't go shoot all that footage. I already had a B-roll library, so I just delivered the message I wanted to deliver to you guys, and then I just pulled from my library of, here's our signage when I'm talking about serving others before self. Here's our signage when I'm talking about delivering the industry's best customer experience. So we have that same footage all specific to your office. So as we work on scripts, and again, I'm available. You can send them through Dory. If you guys, even there's times we can come down, we can help shoot, a first round. We can work on scripts. What we want to do, and for you, is I don't want to help you make a video that looks like everyone else's video. It's really important to me, and that's why I want to start doing this. I would have agents come up and they would literally just say well, show me an example. Cool. Can I just say what that agent said? And I'm like, no. Remember that whole part of start with the who? Get out. So I want to protect. If you guys come up and write something, then I'm going to keep that sacred. That's your sort of your IP. It's your brand. It's your proprietary content, and I want to give you guys a unique look. That because ultimately you guys are part of Keller, but you guys are independent folks that are building their own brand. So I want to help to support that. So we're sort of building. So I know that's kind of a long technical explanation, but we're sort of building all of those the content so that when it comes to you guys actually making a video, you can come with a good script, walk right in there, get it shot, email it to me, and I can turn around. It took me less than 15 minutes to edit that video I ended with for myself at the end of the day. So I think you can get really effective. And again, one last thing I'll say, and I'm sorry, but just so that just as far as video, don't let quality hold you back. When it comes to video, if you're out there tomorrow and you're going, hey, we're out at Fuji Day, we're in high school, I love serving my community. That's a great video to post. You don't have to be in the studio, and I would much rather you be consistent with what your value is, who you are to the community, then come up with that perfect slick video. It's $8 million listings. None of us are gonna, like, I don't have the ability to have a slow motion helicopter shot as you step out to like 57 Bel Air Avenue with, you know, models serving caviar and champagne, right? So, and some of us compare to that. That's not what you're trying to do. You want to make videos that show who you are, what your values are, how you care about this community, why you love real estate, and how you can help people. So that mindset, you'll be off the running, be able to do great videos.
Thank you so much.
All right.
So, you know, as we're moving forward in the tech-enabled agent role, that's why we're rolling out the green room that we partnered with Supreme. This is one of the reasons we did. So please, you know, take them up on their offer to run these videos for you and let them edit them. It's going to be a game changer in your business because really there aren't that many people doing this yet. So let's be on the forefront rather than the back end. Thank y'all. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.